Hello, welcome to September 19th, 2023. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation, an exercise that I do each and every morning, a little bit after waking up. It's now 4:52 a.m. I do this to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone. And you can get a copy at the link right up here. If the link isn't there, you can find a link in the description. I also use this time to think about the last 24 hours, including last night, to see how I did with the various challenges and opportunities that I met. I plan for the coming day, and I ready myself for death. But before I do that, I always like to read a poem. And I decided to start making my way through this classic, Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman, which I understand is not a book of poetry to be read piecemeal, but is meant to be, Walt Whitman intended it to be, an American epic, an epic poem. So let's just go ahead and this book has no preliminary or prelude or anything, or any description of Walt Whitman. All I know is what I've read about him on the internet, which is interesting. A man who lived his entire life encapsulated within the 19th century, born in the early part, died right near the end, had a pretty interesting life. One of them were sons of 7 sons. His father was Walter Whitman, distinguished as Walt to distinguish the two. And let's just dive right in, okay? It's a big book, and I thought I'd just kind of read one. Fortunately, it's a big book, but it's broken up nicely for my purposes by these little sections, right? I mean, if you look at take a look at the table of contents, it's all lots of broken up. So it's like reading the Bible, you can just do little chapters, right on through. That's how I read the Bible. I read one chapter a day. So I'll read Leaves of Grass like I read the Bible. Jump right in, Walt, Leaves of Grass. And this is also a book that scholars say, to understand America, you need to read this book, that Leaves of Grass is America up until the point, up at that time that it was published, which I think was mid 19th century. I don't remember the exact date. There we go. Inscriptions. One's self I sing. Sounds like a prelude to Song of Myself, right? Which is one of the sections in here. Oneself I sing. Oneself I sing, a simple, separate person, yet utter the word democratic, the word en masse. Of physiology, from top to toe I sing, not physiognomy alone, nor brain alone is worthy for the muse. I say the form complete is far worthier. The female equally with the male I sing. Of life immense in passion, pulse, and power, cheerful for freest action formed under the laws divine. The modern man I sing. Oh, that's it. That's all I'll read today. I see. I see. Put a little check mark next to there. So that's what we're all about, huh, Mr. Whitman? Put a check mark next to the bits that I finish, and tomorrow we'll carry on. This is going to be fun. America, you say? All right. Yesterday and last night. Yesterday I took half a day off from work to go do my medical examination in Santa Ana. I went in the morning to actually have a meeting in person with our new customer. It was a good meeting. I talk too much, which is something I do. I talk a lot. I talk too much, but I think it went really well. I'm excited about this project and nervous. It's an ambitious project. It's a moonshot for me. I'm nervous. I haven't been this nervous about work in a long while. Long time. So much so that I'm talking to myself, catching myself. I'm sure Yumiko heard it last night. I get up early every morning, 4 a.m. I was milling about the house, blabbering away to myself, nervous anxiety about my new project at work. And I know that Yumiko, even if she's deep asleep, she's still aware of it. And she knows then that when I'm nervous, and I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm at the end of my career. Literally today, I'm taking time off to go do another retirement session. It's so silly. I could, if I wanted to, just coast right through to the end. I won't, and that's why, because I care. And I wouldn't be proud of myself if I did. And I know I'll do a good job. I always do a good job. That's coming to an end, though. I'm off my mark, for sure. The young people, that's good, though. That's good. That's the way it should be, right? That's why I need to get the hell out of the way. So yesterday was a good day. I was nervous. I wasn't satisfied. And as a result, my mind was spinning all over the damn place. I was coming up with all kinds of vain ideas. I had this idea in the evening to stop all social media except YouTube, which might be a good idea still. But then by this morning, I was like, what was I thinking? I had even arranged all the icons on my phone to focus just on the YouTube thing, spreading things out and then diversifying them down. I don't know. You can see. Look at my hands gestures. I'm nervous. This new project has me nervous. It is so ridiculous because the bigger, more important things. Like I had my ultrasound yesterday, and although I didn't see the doctor yet from the results, the technician, my prayers came true. I had prayed to the God that I don't believe in, that please God, let the technician, because they were doing an ultrasound on my testicles, let the technician not be a pretty young woman, but a surly old man. And I got my prayer. It came true, and it was a surly old guy from Poland. And I had expressed, I was, like I said, I was blabbing too much yesterday, and I said, I was worried about this. He's down there doing his thing, being cancer. He said, no, this isn't cancer. I said, what does cancer have a particular look? He says, yeah, this is a cyst and a varicocele. That's what you got. And I told Yumiko later, and Yumiko's like, I don't think he's supposed to say that. Yeah, I agree. He's not supposed to say that, but I was like, I'll take it. He was so certain, and he's been doing this a long time. So I'll take it. I'll take that. I'm probably going to wind up in surgery to get these two taken care of. Nut surgery. Ugh. But that should be predominating everything, right? Okay, this is my second miss potentially with cancer. Second tumor-like thing that appears suddenly in my body that worries them, and this one is in a worrisome place, especially as it seemed to have appeared out of nowhere. So why I should be worried about work? Jeez Louise. And I'm still giddy. You can see it. And I saw this morning earlier as I was mumbling and marching around the house, I was telling myself, balance, Kurt. Your 8th objective is balance. Keep balance. Just screw that. Blah, 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 blah. But you know what? When I do retire and I don't have this stuff anymore, this is the stuff that keeps my mind on the fore and the front, right? When I don't have this stuff. I mean, I got all my books to read, right? Which I will do, but this is kind of like a voluntary thing, right? I mean, it's not the same as being pushed to the edge. Like this project is going to push me. That's different. It's a different category of thing. There's something to that, I think. Keeping the mind fresh and not devolving into old age and senility of various sorts. So that was yesterday. Let's do the good life. My 8 objectives are to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize true limits and true opportunities, to do just one thing at a time, and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully, and to keep my balance. Can you see I'm all distracted? I'm not at all balanced. It's the best that I can do. My 34 principles, I'll just try my best. My 34 principles are war, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, principle of nature, the pirate ride, maturity, social principle, principle of family, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, that which must be borne, the feast of woeful, distraction, agency in the great indifference, the best seat in the house, the restless man, the path of wildness, the great life adventure, the risk of avoiding risk, the season of philosophy, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, script writing, the bullseye aim, the uphill climb, arena and utility, nothing is enough, and the principle of fun. Did you catch where I stumbled? Caught myself back up though, huh? Okay, as for today, it's a Tuesday. I got work ahead of me. That's another reason I'm all nervous, because I took out the afternoon off and I didn't attend to my email, and I don't know what's backed up. I'll catch up on all that this morning. I have a couple of important meetings, then I'm going to head off for another, like I said, that retirement training today. And then I'll wrap this day up, come home, go for a swim, spend some time with my wife, take our dogs for a walk, have dinner, go to bed. Try to keep my balance. This is the best I can do today. So, am I ready for death? Are my affairs in order? Yes. Are my relationships sound? Yes. Is my, my mom, I'm not talking to my mom right now. About a month ago, she called up, just all abusive, really bad stuff. Really mean. And I wound up hanging up on her because she wouldn't stop. It's only been like 3 times in my life that I've hung up on her, just because she's so mean sometimes. And I just like, Mom, and I just beep. And I usually make a point to call her every week, and I haven't called her back since. It was just that she was too over the top this time. I mean, I think, I know I've got my filial duty and she is my mom, but, and what she does is so distressing to me. I mean, it really impacts me deeply. I know she would love to hear that. I know she won't see this video, but I think that's her goal. I think she wants to hurt me. I literally think that. I've thought that since I was a teenager. That this woman's after me. And yet I've persisted at this all my life because I felt it was my duty. I feel it's my duty, and it is, and I still feel that way. And if push comes to shove, after I move back to Japan, and she needs me, I will come back and assist her in her old age through the end, or however I need to. I will fulfill that duty, but do I need to heap it on in a gratuitous manner? She can reach out to me if she needs me. Part of the reason I keep calling her is that I'm worried that she's going to fall down and break her hip and not be able to get up, right? I really worry about that, and I worry about her dogs. I just want to do like a well-being check. So after the abuse that she hurled at me this time, it's like, I couldn't even raise the energy to do that. It's not energy, it's the, I don't know what again, back to balance, right? It's more balance than I've got. Anyway, so I say that my relationship is sound because it's as sound as I can make it with her right now, even though I'm not talking to her right now. That's as sound as I can make it. I know that because I've tried all my life since I was a kid to have a good relationship with her, and it just won't work. And I know that will never be the case. Everything we do is platitudes and surface level stuff, niceties at best, until she cycles around and loads a couple of shots of her into her shotgun of the mind and blasts me with them again. I mean, my brother doesn't even talk to her for a long time because save yourself for the same reason. So I can say that my relationship is sound with her because this is as good as it's going to get. I mean, I've tried everything from counseling to try to figure out, seeing counselors to try to help me multiple times, to try to help me to figure out my relationship with my mom, and no, none of it's been able to help. This is just how she is. So yeah, my relationship is sound with her. I can't make it any better than this, and I've got to protect myself, at least enough until I can get back on my footing, back on my feet after her latest abuse, and begin my repeated effort of outreach, well-being checks. But the reason it's hard is that next week is her birthday, and I told Yumiko over the weekend, I don't even want to call her for her birthday. But I will. Again, my wife helped me to see that. She helped me to see that it's not about, she said, I'm not going to have a relationship with her. That's clearly never going to be the case. And Yumiko helped me to see that it is important to me that I know that she's healthy and safe. And to do that, I need to put all this aside. I need to be a stoic wisdom would say to recognize the way things are and to not expect them to be differently and to operate thus accordingly. And the way she is the way she is. And I am the way I am. I do want to know that she's all right. And I do want to help her with her basic well-being. So the way to do that is to call her up. Yumiko helped me to realize that over the weekend. I'd kind of forgotten or pushed that aside because it hurts. But that's what I have to do, muster up through this week. And I'll call her on her birthday. And I'll wish her a happy birthday. I would like to send her flowers. That might be asking me too much at this point. Enough about that. And is my life's work complete? Yeah, it is. That's the third element. But affairs in order, relationship sound, life's work complete. Yeah, my daughter's grown and my book is done. I think I can finish. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care.